Hi everyone. Okay, so this video we're just going to speak about paragraph breaks and a little bit on page breaking, but mostly paragraph breaking. So all you have to do is just right click, you say open a new tab, paragraph break, open a new tab. This is on Google Slides and this is a Google Doc. So all of you will have access to this file over here. So we're just going to edit that and then we're going to submit this file as our assignment for this assignment. So what I like to do is so you'll have access to Google Slides over here. It's very similar to Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm going to use Google Slides for now just because it's easier for everyone who doesn't own Microsoft Office. And for today, I have my online keyboard, my on-screen keyboard, so you can see when I press something on my keyboard. You can see, oops, you can see when I press something, so it's really cool. So it just makes it blue over there. So as soon as I type something in here, you'll be able to see what I'm typing. So yeah, and all that we're going to do is we're just going to learn what is a paragraph break. Okay. So when you tap enter once on your keyboard, you're going to force a line break. So anywhere in this sentence, if my cursor is over there and I press enter, I'm going to force a line break. So look here. I'm sure most of you have seen this. If you tap enter twice, this will insert two blank lines. So I press enter and then enter again. If you tap delete to remove the line break, so there I have my first line break and I press delete, it removes the line break. So just so that you can see what I'm doing here. So I press enter once and then I press delete. So I press enter, let's go there, press enter once and then I can delete that. You can even press enter and backspace, but if you delete it, you delete the line break. So now there's no more line break over there. Okay. I'm not sure, it's not showing that I'm pressing enter, but we'll get to that. Then if you tap enter twice, you can get a paragraph break, which is basically just two blank lines. So you can see here, if you tap enter twice, you'll get two blank lines, or we get to know it as a paragraph break. And then if you tap delete twice, then you remove the paragraph break. Okay, so it's very simple. So a paragraph break is just enter twice. A line break is just enter once. Okay, and you can delete those just using the delete option on your keyboard. It's usually just above the arrow keys on your keyboard. But if you have a laptop, you're going to have to look for something that says DEL, or on a full keyboard it will say delete. So you have that option for this. So the assignment, download the Microsoft Word file, type the next two paragraphs with a page break between each of the three paragraphs. So again, I put the Microsoft Word file as a Google Doc file. I can even say it here, Google Doc. So whenever you want to choose a whole word, you double click on that word. So you only have to choose. So, and as soon as it's highlighted as blue, as soon as you start typing, you're replacing whatever was there at the first place. So I'm just pressing Control and Z, and then it undoes everything. Or you can just press that little button there. You can see the shortcut for that is Control Z. Download the Google Doc file. Type the next two paragraphs with a page break between each of the three paragraphs. Okay, so first of all, I never said anything about a page break over here. So a page break is when I have a document over here, and let's say I have all of these stories over here. I don't know why that happened. All of these stories over here, and I want to say like this is a heading over there, and I want this to be on a brand new page. Now, what you can do is you can create many paragraph breaks. I can do this. So now it's on the next page. But the problem is now if you start putting things over here, as soon as I add anything over here, you can see that all of this is gonna shift as I'm typing things here at the top. Can you see the problem with just using enter or paragraph breaks to create that? So we have something called a line break. So right over there, if let's just make this full screen fit. So if I put my cursor over here and I press enter, so let's use our online, oh, I closed it. If I push enter once, I just made a line break. If I put my cursor there, I press once for a line break, I press twice for a paragraph break. So basically what it means, I'm breaking this line of sentences, or it doesn't have to break a line of sentences, but you get the idea. It's breaking that line to make a paragraph. What do you think is going to happen if I need to make a page break? So what you do is just go to the keyboard again. No, this is not what you should do. This is just, I want to show you what I'm going to do. So I want this as my heading. And we said pressing enter the whole time is not going to work. Oops. Today. So what you do, you press Control and you keep it in. You make sure your cursor is in front of that. Remember, wherever you put that, there the break is going to happen. So we want the page break. You press Control and enter. Okay, so now it's on the next page. It looks very similar to what we did with pushing enter the whole time. But look here. Now, if I add things over here, so I add things, do you see this doesn't move at all? Doesn't matter how much I add there. And as soon as this wraps to the next page, you will see it will automatically jump. This will automatically jump to the next page because we made a page break. As soon as it's there, you'll see it will skip a whole page to do that. So then all you do is you just press, sorry, I'm struggling over here. You just press backspace to delete the page break. So on screen keyboard, if you press delete, I'm actually deleting each of these words, and that's not what we want to do with a page break. So with a page break, you just press, just want to make sure this is on the page break. So this was page break. To get rid of that, you just press backspace on your keyboard. And as soon as you do that, now it's going to be part of this again. So as soon as I type, it's going to move. So this is how you do a page break. So all you have to do, so I'm just going to make sure that I don't delete the sentence that we got with this Word document. All that you do is you're going to retype this. So again, I want you to learn how to type more efficient. So there's going to be a lot of typing. So you just type Mr. Mohammed. So they said, download the Google Doc file, type the next 2 paragraphs with a page break between each of the 3 paragraphs. Okay, so first type the next 2 paragraphs. Okay, so we're going to type the next 2 paragraphs. There is my paragraph break, and I'm going to say Mr. Mohammed Saleh came from a very poor family. His father could hardly give him any money to buy books. Mr. Muhammad Saleh therefore worked in a coffee shop in the afternoon. You can definitely skip this part if you don't want to see me typing, but it's just very good for us to always practice typing, so it's good. He studied very hard. Okay, again, paragraph break. type enter 2 times. After graduating as a lawyer, Mr. Mohammed Saleh could not find a job as a lawyer. So I would always suggest when you do these videos, don't watch it first and then do it, because then you won't be motivated to continue doing it. So I would say do these videos with me as if I'm in class with you, and then if you have a question, then you can ask them on the private comments. But yeah, so this, in order to have it like this, we just practiced paragraph break. Okay, so then I want you to select all of it just by dragging on it, saying copy. Then I want you to go to the next page. So I can say I can add another page, or I can do, I'm not even sure how you would do that. I'm so used to just pressing Control and Enter. Now I went to my next page. So without having to press Enter until I get to the next page, again, we're creating a lot of spaces over there, and we don't want to do that. You can see it's still selectable over here. Just Control Enter. I just want you to paste that. Then what I want you to do is, before each paragraph, so a page break between each of the 3 paragraphs. So this one has its first page break now because we page break over there. So all you do, Control Enter, Control Enter. Now each paragraph has its own page, and this is the assignment that I want you to do. And let's just make sure what is the format. It should be our name, surname, and 8 fib. So over here in Google Docs, we make our name, surname. You obviously put in your own one. I'm going to say Jock Trudeau. I'm just making a name up now. And then 8 fib. And that's how you would save it. You'll see as soon as I click on a different white space over here, it saves it. And then you will have the option here to say you submit it over here. If you do not have that option, you have this in your Google Drive, and I am going to take this off as soon as I post this. But over here you can add a Google Drive file, and then it should show as the last one that you've did, and then you just put it there and you insert. Files already attached. So that is mine. I just changed this one. I have to change that back again. But that's how you would submit this file for the final video. So I hope that helps, and yeah, good luck.